Recently, we have heard two big AI model names often, ChatGPT and Mixtral 8x7B. While ChatGPT has made waves for its capabilities, it can be expensive to run and limit how often you can interact with it. Mixtral 8x7B, on the other hand, takes a different approach. This innovative model has soon gained a reputation because it utilizes a clever technique called sparse mixture of experts to achieve impressive results, all while being significantly more efficient. Think of it like having a team of AI specialists working together, each tackling specific tasks. This allows Mixtral 8x7B to perform at a high level without needing a massive amount of computing power. However, it still requires at least 64 GB of RAM and GPUs such as the Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090 if you run it on your own computer, which may cost you thousands of dollars to set up. In this video, we'll show you how to harness this remarkable model's capabilities using the user-friendly Voiceflow platform, creating a free and intelligent chatbot in no time. Plus, we'll show you how to integrate your existing knowledge base for even more optimized responses, making your chatbot a true powerhouse of information. Let us first go to Google search and enter Nvidia Mixtral 8x7B. Click on the first search result. We are now on the Nvidia webpage showing the Mixtral 8x7B model. Many people say this model is even better than ChatGPT. We will show you how to integrate this model with Voiceflow Chatbot via API. Click the API tab, and you can generate the API key. If you do not have an account yet, please follow the instruction to create one. If you already have an API key with Nvidia, you can still use it here, just like our previous video on the Mistral 7B. You may watch that video for details. Let us select the No Streaming to be used in Voiceflow Chatbot. We can see the parameters we need in order to make API calls, such as the URL, the headers, and the data. We also can see the response, and other parameters. These parameters are same as those of Mistral 7B, except the URL. Next, let us go to the Voiceflow canvas. Here shows the demo bots we built in last video with Mistral 7B. We have the freeform and KB-based bots. Let's briefly go over the logic. In the beginning, we have a set block to store the Nvidia API key, a text block and a capture block to save the user question in the variable. The API block sends the user question to the Mistral 7B model, and fetch the response. Lastly, the text block displays the answer to the user. Next, we will use this API block to connect to the Mixtral 8x7B. We rename it as Mixtral 8x7B API. What we need to do is change the URL. Let us select the Mixtral 8x7B URL, and make a copy. Paste it here to replace the old one. For all other parameters, we will leave them unchanged. Now we run a test. We ask, what is the most populated state in the US? The bot says, the most populated state is California. Until now, we have finished the freeform chat bot connecting to the Mixtral 8x7B model. We have only changed the URL. Next, let us take a quick look at the KB-based chatbot. We have a set block to store the Nvidia API key and the Voiceflow KB API key, a text block and a capture block to save the user question in the variable. The functions block fetches the chunk data from the knowledge base. In the API block, we need to replace the old URL with the Mixtral 8x7B URL. All other parameters remain same. The body data has the role of system and the prompt, and the role of user, which contains the user's question and the KB information stored in the chunks variable. We will also save the answer in the variable. Again, we rename the API block to the Mixtral 8x7B API. Let us also rename the note to VFKB to Mixtral 8x7B. We use a functions block to fetch chunk data from the knowledge base. Let us go to the functions, and click the function Get Knowledge Base Chunks for Mistral. On line 54, we remove the double quotes from the chunk data. In the knowledge base, we have imported 3 URLs of a gym's website, and Voiceflow has already pulled all the data and saved them in chunks according to the similarity. We use a set block to save the system memory to the variable, which can store the conversation history. We also remove the double quotes. Now let us run a test. We ask, I have back pain. What classes can I not take? The bot says, it would be best for you to avoid classes such as yoga sculpt. Let us continue, and ask, can I take the yoga sculpt class? The bot replies, it is not recommended for you to take the Yoga Sculpt class. This shows that the Mixtral 8x7B can also generate response using the memory and provided information from the knowledge base. If you stop here, it is okay because everything works fine. In the following, we will show you a little more improvements. First, we are going to test if this Mixtral 8x7B works with single quotes. Let us replace the double quotes with single quotes. Now we run a test. We ask, what classes do you offer? It shows an API call error due to unexpected character, because we are using single quotes. This is same as Mixtral 7B, which we tested in our last video. Let us change back to double quotes. That is why in the functions block, we still need to remove the double quotes in the data chunks returned from the knowledge base. We also can do it using a set block. We click the Add Set button, and select the variable chunks. We make a copy of this, and paste it here, to remove the double quotes in the chunks. If we go to the functions, and click on the function, Get Knowledge Base Chunks, for Mixtral. On line 54, we remove the double quotes from the chunk data. We can comment out this, or you can delete it. Now this function is same as the original one. Now let us run a test. We ask again, what classes do you offer? The bot replies with the classes the gym offers. In the set block, we use the conversation history in the memory variable to enhance the user experience. In the API block, we add the memory to help the Mixtral 8x7B model to generate the answer. We are going to cut this memory prompt and paste it in the content of user. You can also try out your own prompt, which is best for you. Now, we have provided the question, memory, and chunks variables, so the Mixtral model can generate the answer based on the information provided. On March 6, Voiceflow has updated a global variable called VF_memory, which can save the conversation history, and we can directly use it in the prompt. Now we are going to run a test. We will test the memory, so we ask, I have back pain. What classes should I avoid? Whoops! We have an API call error, which shows a legal unquoted character of control character. So we need to get rid of the control characters in the memory. What we are going to do is in the set block, we click the Add Set button. We select the variable VF_memory. Add the variable again, and use this to replace all the control characters with empty character. Basically, we remove all the control characters in the memory, and we do not need the local variable memory anymore, so we can delete it. We can also delete this one. Now let us run another test. Again, we ask, I have back pain. What classes should I avoid? It says you might want to avoid classes such as Yoga Sculpt class. We ask another question, can I take the Yoga Sculpt class? It replies, it is recommended to avoid the Yoga Sculpt class due to the back pain. This is good. The Mixtral 8x7B model can now generate the optimized answer based on the provided information. This wraps up today's video. Let us change the note to VF to Mixtral 8x7B. In summary, we have shown you how to build demo chatbot connecting to the powerful Mixtral 8x7B model. Based on our previous Mixtral bot, we only need to replace the old API URL to the Mixtral URL. We also have built a KB-based chatbot. In the KB-based chatbot, we have replaced the old API URL with the Mixtral URL as well. We have used a function block to fetch data chunks from the knowledge base. In the function, we have commented out the code which removes the double quotes in the chunks. So in the functions block, the output chunks contain double quotes. Instead, in the set block, we remove the double quotes in the chunk data before sending the data to the Mixtral API. In order to enhance the user experience, we have used a newly updated global variable VF_memory. We have discovered that it needs to remove the control characters in the conversation history. In the API call to Mixtral 8x7B, we have provided the question, memory, and chunk data from the knowledge base so the model can generate an optimized answer, giving a much better user experience. Hope you enjoy building a free and powerful AI chatbot with Voiceflow and Mixtral 8x7B. Thanks watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you have any comments and suggestions, please let us know. Thank you for your support.